What's up, everybody? Welcome to the Buzz Club, and you are tuned into the Beehive segment. I know it's your favorite segment. So we have here today, come on.
Hello.
And Vinny.
What's up?
Something that I always tell my gay friend is that I think that the gay community sometimes is a bit shallow. And it's like if you don't look good enough or if you're not slim enough, it's like no one wants to sleep with you, whatever. But at the same time, I feel like there's a lot of promiscuity in there. So how important is it to practice safe sex and get tested, whether gay or straight relationships?
I think it matters a lot. I mean, if you're gonna be with someone and you can have this agreement that, hey, I'm with you, you're with me, no one else, okay, and you guys have unprotected sex. But it's like, you guys go get tested together, go.
But let's be real for a second, because, you have a child.
Yeah, I do have
and
a
you're
child.
young. That's not a bad thing. Right. I totally, support you. Right. But at the same time, and by support you, I mean your life, your decision, definitely. Your choices. Yeah. But at the same time, listen, a child is kind of like an STD, too.
Definitely.
And it's not a bad thing. It's a blessing, and, children are great. But, here you are at 23 in college, and you're a single mother. Mm-hmm. That's tough. That's tougher than me having AIDS, in my opinion, because all I have to do is take a pill. Yeah. You have to raise a child for the rest of their life.
Filter everything in your life because that child's influenced by that.
I think safe sex is important.
Definitely.
I think that even if you're in a committed relationship, if you don't want a child, there are
birth control, contraception, there's everything.
But at the same time, I'm just as guilty as you. I had unsafe sex and look at where it got me. I am full of HIV now, and, I had to deal with this for the rest of my life. So I think that getting tested is important. Especially if you have more than one partner, or, if you feel like maybe you don't trust your partner. And how long have you known this person you're sleeping with? Yeah. Do you really know that you can trust them? Because I'll tell you what, men are pigs.
Definitely. Wow. But women can be just
And do you know that the HIV rate for Black women is higher than anything else?
Definitely.
Wow. Because men lie.
Yeah.
Men lie about their status. Do you So I'm really open about my HIV, and I'm this is who I am. Well, it's part of who I am. It's not my first signifier. I identify as an artist first and foremost. Absolutely. But at the end of the day, in the top 5 is gay and HIV positive as well. Right. And cancer survivor is up in there too. And so at the end of the day, I know that I have all these friends who have HIV, and there are websites that are manhunt.net and Adam for Adam and all these different websites. Grindr. Now I can LoJack and tell you where you're at in accordance to my position on the planet. You're 20 feet away. I can tell that from this app on my phone. And these people don't tell you that they're positive. No. Constantly, I'm the third, fourth thing out of a conversation with me and another guy when it comes to the sex talk is I'm positive. Because I want you to know. Right. And furthermore, if you're negative, I'm not sleeping with you regardless of whether we have condoms or not, because I don't want to be the responsible party for giving you the same issue I've got. This is my opinion on HIV real fast. I'm just going to tangent for a second. I'm so mad at Magic Johnson. Yeah. 20 years he's been HIV positive, and they just put out this documentary, the announcement recently, 20 years later, about him coming out about his HIV. What is he doing? Why didn't he spend the last 20 years advocating for HIV? Because if we had someone like him with that name, he's in such a fortunate situation and position to go out and be and help, hey, Black America, this is affecting you. Let me help you. Let me teach you. We haven't had somebody stand up about this since Pedro from The Real World. Or Ryan White, that little boy who was heterosexual and full of AIDS. And because of those people, we have things in place. Definitely. But Magic Johnson, he could have done so much with the last 20 years. And he's only now kind of starting
as a person.
Elizabeth Taylor was really big with HIV too. She definitely would made her soul rest in peace. She was a Pisces, also fabulous. About a lighter subject.
Okay.
Do you think Beyonce really had a baby?
I think she had a baby.
I think Jay-Z and Beyonce are beards. I think that they're beards. I think that she was yo, I'm having a baby, and 2 months later she had it. Yeah. And look, 2 months. Did you see how pretty she was in her hospital bed with her baby? I'm no.
I don't think she had a baby.
That did not happen.
Why not?
I mean, I had a baby. I mean, I don't have any stretch marks. I still have my pecs and my figure, yes. Yeah. But I don't see how she had.
But Beyonce is my age. She's 31. You're 23. You bounce back. She won't. Real. That's easy.
I mean, I seen the talk show with her in a dress, and the belly was flopping, and I'm like, wow, I've been pregnant. That belly did not flop.
Yeah, a lot of things were strange to me about the whole pregnancy, and just the fact it was uber secretive. It's like, okay, yes, you want to lead the secretive life, and yes, you don't want us to be all up in your business, but motherhood is such a great and grand time for women, and this for just your first child. Your first child. We barely saw her on the streets pregnant. Barely.
Yeah,
ever. Or without anything on. Like, we barely... What about the pregnancy pictures?
Not to even
what about that? What about Jessica Simpson?
What about the
pregnant.
baby?
I mean, she's been pregnant for 10 years.
When have you ever seen a famous person not, like...
embrace their pregnancy?
Like, exploit their pregnancy.
But that's the thing, they're exploiting it in different ways by, putting out little music like, oh, Blue Ivy's crying in the background.
Crying.
Oh, this is Blue Ivy
her name.
in the show.
Don't
the
say
name
that.
itself is
I think secretly Kanye and Jay-Z are sleeping together and Beyonce is just there to cover it up and that they had to have a baby. Because who's going to listen to them if they're not hetero?
I mean, definitely it seems like a business relationship at this point.
I think
for this baby to
a marriage
appear,
of convenience.
Yes, for this baby to appear out of nowhere. And then like I heard like on Facebook yesterday I was on it, someone said, oh, Beyonce's wedding dress finally revealed. Excuse me? But, who was waiting around to see that wedding dress, number one? And number two, who told you she even had a real wedding? Why are people making this stuff up? It could have been some secret ceremony. We don't know what they were doing, really.
Well, I think they're getting married.
Now?
I think that they're not married.
So that's what I'm saying. Like, who knows what they were doing at the time when,
I don't know.
all these people were going into their loft or whatever the time was when they got married. I'm Mrs. Carter or whatever.
I don't know. And you know what, Beyonce? I feel like, if you want your privacy, you got that. You dance, you sing, you shake it, you drop it like it's hot. You deserve your quiet time. So why should we all want to peer into your personal life? You're right.
That's true, too. But at the same time, I think it's kind of unfair to become a celebrity and expect some severe kind of privacy. Like,
you're right.
Oh, yeah.
Like
this Lady Gaga,
like,
right. I need to step out of the media for a minute. Screw that. Like, if it were me, like, I would take my celebrity status and be like, here I am.
What's up?
Like,
worship me because I need it. I need your attention. I've been begging for it since I was born, and I'm gonna take it. I'm gonna eat it up. Look at my pregnant belly.
Yeah.
Like,
I'm like in the streets and then she posed, and then look at the baby bump from this side. Yes, we are eating food because I am pregnant. Like, I'd be like doing the most pregnant. Like, I'd be having fun with the paparazzi.
Yeah.
I'd be making jokes, but I feel like Beyonce, it's almost as if she seems robotic. And did you see the Saturday Night Live skit that they did with her?
Mm-mm.
Oh my gosh.
Which one?
With Blue Ivy, the baby, they did this big skit. I gotta see it. They did such a good job with it, but it made Beyonce sound monotone, like she's just like an airhead. Mm-hmm. And I mean, pretty much that's what she gives us, We love your music. We love her music, Yeah. But at the same time, it's like, who are you? How can we relate to you? And some people argue.
Do you really relate think that she writes her music, though? I don't. I think Jay-Z wrote Sasha Fierce.
That album was fierce.
It was too good. Like, her first 2 albums, I was like never interested in it. I was like, okay, I hear this like radio single and I'm like, okay, that's cool. I've heard it enough that I like it. But then Sasha Fierce came out and I was like,
you were like, yeah.
Oh my God.
You're a pop.
I love everything.
I was hurt myself. I was like trying to like pop it on the floor and I was like,
I'm like, this is what I listen to before I go out. But then I'm like, why does it sound so much like a female Jay-Z?
Because he wrote a lot of it. Nice. All right, guys, we're going to wrap this segment up of the Beehive. We had way too much fun. They should have brought us coffee and donuts in here because let me tell you.
You can't eat in front of camera.
We can't. That'd be messy. And we don't want to mess up this pretty face, But thank you guys for tuning in to the Beehive. Is there anything you guys would like to say as we wrap this up?
Sure. If you're watching this and you want to help out with the Urban Success Academy, volunteer 5 hours of community service this summer by contacting me at 856-246-9996 or at smithcamone@gmail.com.
And I want to volunteer.
Awesome. Bye.
I just think that you should follow me on Twitter and Facebook because you never know when I'm going to put out something new and great and artistic. And check out TV Comics on Facebook too. We just started a site for that on Facebook as well. So it's growing. That. I also have a fan page. It's R. Vincent John. So no period is my personal page. With the period is my fan page. Yeah. Like it all.
Yeah, and you guys are going to be seeing so much more of these people, whether it's in front of the camera or behind the scenes. Definitely check us out. Peace. Be sure to watch more of The Buzz Club every Tuesday night at 9:30 p.m. on Philadelphia's Comcast, Channel 66, and Verizon, Channel 29.